Hello, my name is Estela Navarrete. I am from Ecuador, and I'm here representing Datalat, which is a civic initiative focused on projects about open data in Ecuador. I am an information technology professional with a background in software development and data analysis. Formerly, I was head of the Department of Statistical Information at the Judiciary Council of Ecuador, and currently I am working as a consultant in a company focused on software design and delivery. Let me talk to you about Datalat. This initiative started at the end of 2016 with a group of geeks interested on data analysis and the possibilities that a major adoption of open data could bring to Ecuador. Since then, we have explored several facets including projects, collaborations, and especially community. We have 2,000 followers and a reach of 5,000 people. We have been an important contributor in the process of developing a dynamic community in Ecuador that gathers people working with data from diverse perspectives, like civil society, government, journalism, scientific research, entrepreneurship, and others. We are proud of having created spaces for bringing together people from the Ecuadorian data community. Amongst these spaces, we have a quarterly meetup named Datos y Bielas, Data and Beer. Till now, we have hosted 8 editions of this casual networking meetup with around 50 guests every time, in which the community has presented their work on data related to open government, gender, sustainable cities, SDGs, geography, free culture, and more. Also, we have been organizers of conferences for celebrating the Open Data Day in Quito every year since 2016. Besides these events, we sow seeds for the community to grow further. In 2018, Julio Lopez, also co-founder of Datalat, applied the Civic Lab methodology of Ciudadano Inteligente for creating REDAM, which is the Ecuadorian network of open data and metadata. REDAM is a collective that aims to exercise the right of having access to information in Ecuador. Datalat has supported REDAM in its activities, including an OpenCon Congress in 2018 and an Open Data Congress in 2019. As context information, Ecuador is officially part of the Open Government Partnership since September of 2018, which is very recent. As a country, we are now in the process of selecting project proposals for creating our agenda for the next 2 years as an initial commitment. This participative agenda might help especially to refresh some priorities in existing plans. Prior to this, Ecuador has supported some of the open government goals through already existing legal instruments like laws for participation and transparency and a project for electronic government. About civic engagement. Open data is an important enabler for empowering citizens in making decisions. In some cases, citizens could take action by themselves, like when they rationalize waste generation or water consumption. In other cases, the availability of data brings the possibility of evaluating decision makers and demanding them to take action to address specific problems. I would like to share an interesting case of a study which is not open data per se, but which is a very good example of the dynamic that citizens can create around an information need. There will be more and better open data if citizens demand it. I'm going to talk about femicide in Ecuador. During my time in the Judiciary Council, I participated as a member of the technical committee that collected, reviewed, and normalized the data of femicide in Ecuador. This data comes from administrative records of several institutions, including the Judiciary Council itself, the Prosecution Office, the police unit that works on violent crimes, and others. The data integration process is led by the National Statistics Office. Since the typification of femicide in 2014, citizens has demanded the visibilization of this important problem, so there was created an official indicator of the number of femicides. In parallel to the official work, civil society collected the same information by their own means. When official and civil society numbers were compared, there were variations caused by differences in their methodologies. This circumstance led to a deeper analysis and further validation of the data, including even a one-by-one check of the mismatching data. Official data pays from a monthly to a weekly update due to the intense discussion of femicide in Ecuador. The data is not published as open data yet, but is available through request. Authorities have used this information for presenting reports very often and also generating studies. Meanwhile, civil society updates their numbers regularly too and generate an infographic which is shared on social media. So what are the challenges that we are facing in using data as part of the civic engagement process in Ecuador? From the consumer perspective, the challenge is educational. There are knowledgeable consumers like the active members of the data community, but in general terms, Ecuador still needs to improve its data literacy level. Also, the availability of open data. There is sparse data published besides transparency reports. So what do we need is a steady course of action in terms of releasing already existing data, but fulfilling the requirements like the use of open license and formats.